Good morning. How y'all doing? Hopefully good. I'm good. I've been awake for probably 10, 15 minutes. It's 4:46 in the morning. Nailed the coffee. It's my Friday. So good for me. Yay for me. And everybody, normal people, it's their Wednesday, hump day. So I slept good. Got 8 hours sleep. Interesting dream, that's for sure. Uh, I was at some kind of it was almost like a giant haunted house, right? But it was in like an amusement park, almost like the Haunted Mansion, but bigger. Okay, and there's a bunch of people, but it was pretty weird because it might have been like a real haunted house, but people visiting this real haunted house, right? And I must have been aware because people were getting kind of scared, and then all of a sudden I started every once in a while in my sleep when I become aware, I'm able to levitate up in the air. I'm able to you know, there's no gravity. I can go up in the air and I can float. I can float around. I can fly real fast, whatever I want. There's like I'm able to fly. Okay, basically, and levitate. I remember levitating up above everybody. People are looking at me. I can see the girls looking at me too. So I'm levitating up. I'm looking around at everybody. I could see some people were scared, and so I got into like a karate stance, right, like that. I'm looking around, like making sure everybody felt safe, right? I'm I'm looking around. I'm just like floating around and I'm like kind of like protecting all the people, right? And like this karate stance floating up in the air. It was freaking bizarre, man. And then I ended up at like a shipping dock where my job was to get this these like leftover like cellophane wrap, right? That's been left by other pallet, they wrap pallets with cellophane wrap. Well, my job was to get the leftover ones, unwrap them and untangle them and attach them to the dock, and then stretch them out as far as they could go, so they could reuse them. And I remember they were really tangled, and I couldn't get them untangled. It was real frustrating. And that was that. Really, like that was weird. And there's other stuff I just can't really recall it, but some of it's just off the wall like that. That part was weird. I didn't understand that, but I do remember vividly floating around with them people in that haunted house, like in my karate stance, like ready for action, right? Ready to protect. It was more like I was showing off because I was able to levitate, right? And so I thought, standing in like a hardcore karate pose would be like showing off, right? It's fucking weird. But anyways, it's my Friday, and you know, the week went quick. My week went very quick. Nothing really special happened. Um, I do decide to go live when I decide to start my build my motorcycle. Cat fight. going on out here? Oh, we missed it. Darn it. I was going to try to get you guys a cat fight there. I think it's entertaining, cat fight. It's fun. It's funny. Sorry about that. I was trying to get y'all some entertainment there. But I was a little too slow. It was a short cat fight. So, anyways, got interrupted there. Whoops, showing my belly. Don't want to do that. Oh, man. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't think I really had one. So, I'm up early a little bit. Yeah. I was up at 4:30 pretty much. So, I got a doctor's appointment for tomorrow morning with a dermatologist. So, we're going to get this eczema looked at. I mean, it's almost cleared up on its own figures, right? By the time I get to see the doctor, it's almost cleared up, but it's still there, so there's something for him to look at. It won't be totally cleared up by tomorrow, but maybe we could get this under control like once and for all, and I won't have to worry about it. But from what I gather, there's not a whole lot you can do for eczema really to like cure it, but we'll see. We'll see if they have some magic tricks up their sleeves. So everything's going pretty good though. I feel pretty good. I do. Tomorrow will be my let's see what 14th. Let's see 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it'll be my 15th week tomorrow. My 15th week. So I'll be doing my 15th week vlog of that. I've been vlogging almost every day lately. Just because I can. I don't have a whole lot to report, actually. The gym's been going good. I think I need to do more cardio, but I've been riding that bike. I did get my cable. That'll help a lot. But, I haven't been doing a lot of cable. It's just been a lot of weightlifting. But I need to do some more cardio to lose my belly because my weight loss is kind of plateaued. I'm stuck at like 230, 231 right in there. I'm kind of stuck right there, which seems heavy for a guy that's only 5'10". I do have a little bit more weight because of my structure, because I've been lifting weights and that adds weight. So I'm not a small dude, like as far as muscle wise goes. I'm not a small guy. So that's gotta factor in some of that. But I can tell, like when I ride my e-bike and I ride on the sidewalk, I can feel my belly jiggle and a little bit in my love handles. I can feel the fat jiggle in it there a little bit. So I know I got some fat in my body because when I'm riding, I could feel the fat jiggling when I'm riding my e-bike, my e-scooter. It kind of feels funny. But speaking of e-scooter, that thing's been doing good. The one day it stopped working, I was tripping out. But what it was is my little homemade cruise control had a little nub in it, right? And it was pressing against the throttle. And I guess it has sensors in the throttle. And it was like activating the sensor, which wasn't letting the throttle, which wasn't making it work, right? Wouldn't let it work. So once I took that thing off, cut that little nub off, I'm not having any more problems. That thing's pretty solid, man. And I adjusted my brakes on it. Like it has disc brakes. And so I readjusted the brakes, and apparently they've been dragging like the whole time because I guess they don't adjust them very good at the factory. So after I did my adjustment on them, shit, man, it like freed it up and it goes even faster now. And the battery lasts even longer. So if you ever get one of these little e-scooters, make sure you have your brakes, or if you know how to do it, and they're a little tricky, but if you know how to do it, make sure you readjust the brakes because they're not adjusted from the factory. So it's going to affect the performance quite a bit because I got at least another mile per hour after I did that. So I'm real happy with that thing, man. It's been doing really good. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. So, I think it's going to last the whole 2 years. I think it's going to make it. All I ask is 2 years out of it. That's it. So what else is going on? Not much. I still need to get chores done. I got my. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna wait to hook that TV up and like. Apparently, also like I have a Home Shield, American Home Shield, and when my microwave broke down, I could have had that repaired apparently, but instead I threw it out like an idiot. So live and learn. My stepdad told me about that. He said, "Oh, you shouldn't have threw it out. You should have got it repaired." So I blew that deal. But I did get another one for free, but it's just not as big of one. But uh, my buddy, the Buff Alien, my friend, the Buff Alien, the guy I used to be in a band with, we made a couple albums together. He tested me a little bit yesterday, and like out of the blue, I got a text from him, and it said, "Here, I'll read it." He tested me, man. It was funny. Okay, so here's the text. Okay, it says, "Hey, bro, would you be willing to play bass for a band put together of Jerusalem songs?" That's our old band that we made an album. I played bass in that. He goes, "Put together of Jerusalem songs, all expenses paid, and you get paid all first class to open for Metallica and Guns N' Roses in Dubai next year." And when I got that text, I'm like, whoa, I thought he was like, being serious, right? So I had to think about that for a minute. I'm thinking, holy shit, next year, open for Metallica and Guns N' Roses in Dubai, all expenses paid. So I texted him back and I go, as long as I can pay my bills, LOL. And he goes, your bills would be paid, trust me. If you were going to say no, we would not be friends anymore, LOL. So he tested me, to see what I'd say. And I go, I know, right? LOL. So that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, like, but for a moment, I thought he was being serious. And like, I had to think about it for a minute. Like, could I actually, like, go back to our songs that we used to play, relearn them, and get good enough and confident enough to go to Dubai and open up for Metallica and Guns N' Roses in front of thousands of people? Would I be willing to do it? And would I have the confidence in myself to be able to sign up for something like that? And you know what? I was down with it. I sat and I thought about it, and first thing that came to my mind was this would be your opportunity of a lifetime, and you would have to step up in a way like you never have before. And I was down with it. I was like, yep, okay, as long as it pays my bills, let's go, let's rock and roll. So I was proud of myself in that moment, actually, even though he was just fucking with me, testing me. But I didn't know that at first, because knowing him, because he's an engineer, and he worked around a lot of famous people. I wasn't sure if he was, you know, serious or not, because we actually had like signed bands and popular people coming out to see us when we performed, and we performed in some pretty big venues before. So I thought he was serious, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it, man, let's do it, you know. And that just so that just makes me think, you know what? If you want to make it in life, you have to be willing to step up to the plate, man. Even if you have doubt in yourself, and you're not sure and you get nervous, you got to step up. And you know what? And I've been in that position before, man, where I felt nervous and a little bit unsure and like insecure, but I stepped up, man. I pushed myself to step up. And you know what? It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world. No, it wasn't. It was nerve wracking. Okay. Some of the shows I did when I was in bands were nerve wracking because there's a lot of pressure, right? And you know what? I might not perform the best under pressure, but I have the guts to do it anyways. Okay. Sometimes you have to have guts, man. And right there, you know, that little test he pulled on me right there, even though it wasn't real, but it's like a little bit of a confidence booster because I knew I had the guts to say, yes, let's go, let's do this. Like I did before. I still have the guts to do shit if I want, right? And you just got to put in the work and do the best you can when it's showtime. You gotta step up to the plate, man, and handle business, right? Regardless of what's going on. And I watch a lot of motivational speakers and smart people I like to listen to people speak that have wisdom. You know, people, and there's a lot of people on YouTube. Not a lot, a couple of people actually. They're like motivational speakers, mentors. Just I like to listen to people just talk, kind of like I do, just vlogging. I like to listen to vloggers that are smart, and I like to listen to how they speak and motivate, how they got to where they are. And a lot of them had to go through hard times and had to get themselves into uncomfortable situations, push themselves, and take high risk decisions, right? Knowing that they could fail, by taking this high risk decision. And that's pretty much how a lot of people got to where they are. They put themselves through school. It was hard. They had doubt. Some of them had doubt. They were insecure. They weren't sure, but they pushed on, got through it. Just like playing on stage, you push on, you get through it, and then there's the reward at the end. There's the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's how it is for a lot of things. I believe in life. You have to go through the dark to get to the light. Okay, you have to go through the tunnel of darkness to get to the light at the end, and it's not. It could be a rocky road when you're going through that dark times because a lot of things can happen, but things can knock you down, and you got to pick yourself back up and dust yourself off and keep going, even though you're all beat up and you're unsure, you're doubting, you're insecure. Just keep going, keep going. You got to fight. You got to fight for things you want, right? Just like becoming sober, becoming clean and sober. You have to fight every day to stay clean and sober so you can fight to get things you want, even though I'm not sure what I want right now. I'm not trying to preach here either. I'm just saying, like, this is something that I'm realizing more every day as I get through my life. Everything is a fight. You have to fight for it. You have to earn it, because if you don't earn it, you don't appreciate it. And it's not the real thing. It's not the real deal if you don't earn it. You have to earn everything you have. You have to work for it, because if you don't work for it, you're pretty much a fraud, right? So I was happy I took on the task. I was willing to take on the task of opening for Metallica and Guns N' Roses in Dubai. I was down with it, even though it's not true. It's not going to happen. But I still like, you know, even though, when I said as long as it pays my bills, I instantly felt like I felt the pressure already. Even though he was just messing with me, I did feel the little bit of pressure when I saw that. I was like, whoa! Instantly, you could feel. Because I remember when we used to do shows, bigger shows, I would feel the pressure, right? Like way before the even show was coming, like a month or two before, I was already feeling the pressure and this, to prepare for that show. I mean, and then up to the show time, it would last all the way till you hit the stage, and it would still be there all the way through the show. You have to go through rehearsals. You have to the whole trip of getting there, setting up, doing the show. The stress, the pressure is all there all the time, and then when the show's over, the pressure's finally gone. Okay, and it's like a reward at the end. You feel like a big weight's been lifted off your shoulders, and you feel so good because you pulled it off, right? You pulled it off. You feel like you won, right? You won, and it's like it's just like you won. It's like you won a race. Okay, it's like you won a race. You feel proud of yourself. You literally have more confidence in yourself after something like that, and it makes you a better person. It makes you stronger. But every time we had a show, I would feel that. It's like butterflies, stress. You know, you you just get into this mode, and you just because there's a lot of pressure, man, and it makes you into a different person. That's kind of separates you from the rest of the everyday person, right? It's because you're doing shit that most people don't do. You know, some people can't do it, no matter how much they try. You know, and it's pretty rewarding, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure, man. You know, and that him doing that to me yesterday reminded me of them feelings that I used to get when I was doing the band thing, right? And that was a little flashback there. But anyways, it's my Friday. I'm gonna start getting ready for work, get me some breakfast, get going here. Video starting to run along in the tooth, and let's get this party started, man. So thank you for stopping by the Bill Hound Show, listening to my little rant here, and y'all have a great day, and we'll check you later.